Good evening, guys. This is me, Mas, again, sharing my chess game earlier this evening. So, we just finished our exam in a certain subject in law school earlier this morning. No, earlier this afternoon. And I felt that it's a good chess night. And indeed, it was a good chess night because I won like 4 out of 7 maybe this evening. But this is my most favorite game out of all the games that I have played because I did not expect to win in this game. Because, what you call that? Uh, I did not take note of my pieces during the late game. But I'll just show you what happened. I'll just show you what happened here, and no need for much talking. So, I expected him to do a fried liver attack at this point in the game. However, um, being like I tried being crafty this game, so I set up a lot of counter traps for my pieces, and there was a bit of a questionable take on this point, a questionable move from White. Maybe he did not see a win that was supposed to be given to him because again, my mind is still wandering to some places, so I was not able to check the squares properly and where they would move in a correct manner. So let's go here. His pawn went to g4. I take it with my bishop, and here instead of uh, moving his knight in the forward position, which would have been beneficial for him to like maybe progress this game, he just continued to move his pawns, which is not a bad move. These are book moves. However, yeah, there was a move here that he did not see coming. And this was with the check, and this is where he cornered me for a while. But then again, this bishop led to my to my victory. So his king went to d2. So I just kept pushing with my knight, and here's the weird part because I moved my knight to c5 in order to pressure the king to go back at least. He could have gotten my knight at that point. However, he did not see. Maybe overthink or not, or he gave me a chance. I don't know, but it was quite wrong of him to push through to like retreat instead of taking my king. And this is the part where my placement of this bishop is really game changing. As you can see later on, we kept moving our pieces in such a manner that um, White is doing an excellent job. You might see that White is doing an excellent job here because all of my officials are not yet outside. My two rooks are being stagnant, so is his. But my bishops, I really appreciate. I learned a lot from my opponents that bishops are really a dangerous piece when used properly. And yeah, I just kept pressing here for trying to let him move his rook and bishops in a manner that I can take them. However, here he just kept moving his pawns. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe he was thinking of something like he was not thinking defensively, he was thinking offensively because he thought that if I move my pieces forward more often than not, maybe would come in a standoff wherein I would make the first move in taking the pieces. And most of my games is that I do take the first piece during a standoff. However, just get my cool and just set my pieces correctly because I was thinking here to move my rook here so that like I would corner the queen to this spot or to this spot in order for my bishop to fully like check him or to get pieces on his right side, because he can do nothing much on his left side here in from H to F sides of the board. However, he forgot that there were I have a knight on my right side, and the knight is really good at cutting corners. And so I can see here I did move my bishop here because I was thinking that I could copy his escapes here, and I would uh, go here and maybe take the rook and then proceed with the bishop if he doesn't move his queen, and then force my bishops and my knights to attack the king. More often than not, he could have used that. He could have, you know, let his queen do more during this game. Unfortunately, again, I checked him, but he did not use his pawns, and that is the most, I don't know, that's a very big blunder for me, because he could have used his pawns and he could have protected his rear side, his forward side, taking the when I tried to take the king. But look at where my pieces are. Here, my bishop is protecting the diagonal line here from his only escape route to white side, and my bishop at the same time is also protecting the lines here according his retreat to the black tiles. So all I needed to do at this time was to move my king this point, and it was checkmate from that point on, because you can't go anywhere. He moved his bishop here thinking that maybe it was a defense, but actually it hindered his king's ability to move. And look at his queen. He he could have at this point changed the game at an earlier step before I did check him. Instead of doing that, he could have set up his queen here. Although it was a blunder, but he could have played it more carefully, wherein he could have extended the game. However, he did not, so I won by checkmate. And in all honesty, I was just thinking of capturing the queen. I did not notice how dangerous the bishops are really at taking like diagonal escape routes. And I felt sad for this knight here, because he could have gotten my bishop. He could have at least pressured my king. I don't know. There were a lot of things. His knight and his queen were so passive. I don't know why. Maybe he did not see that, or maybe he did, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, this is one of the highlights of my games tonight, and I hope you do support this channel and give us a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm still new. This is actually my third video ever since I created the channel because of boredom reasons. So I do hope that you support me, and I am open to a lot of coaches to teach me how to play chess, because in all honesty, chess.com is a bit too expensive for me to play or to study chess, and in all honesty, I don't have that much time to really devote myself into studying all the variations of chess, although I do want to. And consistently, this is actually my second month. I don't know, I'm actually in my second week of my second week of like 1 week. I'm actually playing chess for consistently for 1 month and at least 2 weeks now, because I started during the start of January. So yeah, enough of me babbling. Thank you guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.